this is Richard, and I'm going to teach you some math. So we did this in class previously, and I just really want to get the structure in your head. Make sure that you're following exactly what I'm doing on a separate piece of paper and right alongside me, okay? So let's get started here. So we have 2 minus 2x minus 6 equals 18. So the first thing you should always do is solve what's in the parentheses first, right? So break it down. So we have 2 minus, and the minus to the 2x becomes 2 minus 2x, and minus to minus is positive, so plus 6 equals 18, right? Next, we want to add everything here on the left side. So we have minus 2x plus 8, since 6 plus 2 equals 18. Now you want to take out the 8 here and put it on the other side, so minus 8 on both sides, right? Then you will have 10, and then you have minus 2x. Now make sure to divide, so you divide minus 2 here, you divide minus 2 here, and remember to write everything I'm doing here, and what you would get in the end is x equals negative 5. So I hope you got the same answer here. This one, next one, why don't you try doing it yourself? So I'll have 7 plus 4x minus 3 equals 12. Okay? Now remember to do everything. Make sure you're reading the numbers properly and writing them down. I'll give you a few seconds, and feel free to pause the video if you're not done. And once you're done, see if you got the same answer as me. So first, everything in the parentheses, right? So 7 plus, and since there's nothing there, you can just keep it as 7 plus 4x minus 3, right? Equals 12. Then you add the minus 3 and a 7, so we have 4x plus 4 equals 12. Now you want to get rid of the 4 here, minus 4 on both sides. Remember, write down the minus 4 here on both sides, then you get 8 here, right? Then you have 4x. Now you want to divide the 4 on both sides, and you have 2, x equals 2, okay? I hope you got the same answer as me. Alright, so Ivor will now be doing another problem similar to what we did in class. And just make sure you're following exactly what I'm doing, writing it on a piece of paper, okay? Take it slowly, read all the numbers, okay? You don't want to lose any marks for making silly mistakes, right? All right, so we have 1 over x minus 3 plus 2x over 2x minus 6 equals 5. First thing you do, when you see the 2x and 2x minus 5, you see that you just want to simplify it, right? So 2 times 2x, you take the 2 out here, and x becomes x minus 3. Everything else is the same, and now you have the same denominator, right? X minus 3. So then now you can take out the 2 there, and now it just becomes a lot cleaner. 1 over x minus 3 plus x over x minus 3. And make sure you're doing it the same way, okay? I know it's tempting to use decimals, but it just makes things a lot harder. Keep things to fractions. So now you have basically, since it's the same denominator, 1 plus x over x minus 3 equals 5. All right, so that's cool. So now what should you do next? Multiply on both sides, right? So you multiply x minus 3 on both sides so that you can get rid of the fraction here, right? So now you have 1 plus x equals 5 times x minus 3. Now we have that parenthesis here on the right, so we want to break that down. So 5 times x, 5x, and 5 times negative 3, minus 15, and you have 1 plus x, right? So now we want to add the 15. Make sure you're writing the plus 15 on both sides, okay? So now you have 16 plus x equals 5x, right? Now you want to take out the x here, and that's 4x equals 16. Divide on both sides, 4, and now x equals 4. Okay, I hope you got the same thing, okay, Ivor? make sure to watch this video over and over if you still don't get it and you're getting a different answer. But remember, these are the fundamentals. You should not be getting confused on this, as if you're breaking it down like this, it'll be fine. Let's do inequalities now, your favorite, right? So we have this problem right here. And make sure you're following on a piece of paper. 7x minus 1 over 2 less than 5x minus 7 less than or equal to, right? 4 times x plus 2. So when you see something like this, you want to break it up. And I know you do this well. So let's do 7x minus 1 over 2 is less than 5x minus 7, right? We basically take this part here first, right? So we take the left side and now we just simplify it. So multiply by 2 on both sides, times 2, times 2. You can clear the 2 on the left side here. So it becomes 7x minus 1 is less than 5x minus 7 times 2, right? So then you multiply, take away that parentheses. So you have 10x minus 14, and then 7x minus 1. Then remember, plus 1, make sure you're writing the plus 1. Now you have minus 13, 10x less than 7x. Now you want to minus the 10x on both sides, so you can see that here, minus 10x on both sides, and you're left with basically 3x less than, minus 3x less than negative 13, right? So whenever you're multiplying or dividing a negative sign on either side, the inequality sign changes when that happens, okay? So always remember that when you're looking at inequalities. So then you divide each side by negative 3, divide each side by negative 3, and it becomes x is greater than, because the sign changed, because you divided with negative sign, 13 over 3. Cool, right? So now we have that. So now we have the left side. Now let's answer the right side, okay? So let me just clear that and add it. Okay, so we have 7x minus 1 over 2 less than 5x minus 7 less than or equal to 4 times x plus 2. X plus 2. Okay, so let's do the right side now. So 5x minus 7 less than or equal to 4 times x plus 2. So now we have 4x plus 8 less than or equal to 5x minus 7, because we deal with the parentheses first, right? Then what we do next, add 7 on both sides. Remember to write the plus 7. You have 15. Inequality sign stays the same. 5x less than or equal to 4x plus 15. You subtract it. And now you just have x is less than or equal to 15. Now, because you didn't divide or do anything, divide or multiply with a negative sign, the inequality sign is the same. So now we have two answers, right? We have x is less than or equal to 15. And we have, let's see, 13, 13 over 3 is less than x. Those are our two answers, right? So what we do next is we basically want it from smallest number to biggest number, and x is in the middle. So 13 over 3 is smaller than 15, right? So you start with that. So 13 over 3, and we have the less than sign with the x, and then we have less than or equal to 15. And I'm sure you know, when you have a less than or equal to sign, the dot is filled, less than sign, dot is open. So when you draw that on a line, right? Sorry, that's a very bad line, but you would have 13 over 3 here, since it's a smaller number, open, right? It's open circle, and you would draw the line across to filled circle, and the filled circle is on 15. Okay? I know this is a lot and it can be confusing, but you just have to remember these important things. The inequality sign only changes when you multiply or divide both sides by negative sign. Um, Always remember when you're setting up the number line that you're starting from the smaller number to the bigger number. X is in the middle. And when you draw the number line, make sure that you have the inequalities right. If it's not, doesn't have the less than or equal to, then it's just a regular circle. If it has less than or equal to, then it's a filled circle. Okay?